What's going on, guys? Crypto Renegade here. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about a new project named Fetch.ai. I will try to explain as much as I can about this crypto project in the easiest way possible so that those of you that don't know what I'm talking about can better understand it. This project functions through artificial intelligence, aka AI.
Robots don't feel fear. They don't feel anything.
This basically means that they have a learning network that delivers a secure global AI model to detect what the developers will tell the AI to detect. The tool enables distributed parties to work together to train machine learning models without sharding the underlying data. Multiple global participants can train and benefit from this model. But how does this project work? And what are the stats behind it? We're about to answer that right now. But before I jump into the content, I just updated my new free ebook on the 7 best ways to secure your crypto, updated for 2021. It's 100% free, so check it out in the description. It's also pinned in the comments. All right, let's get started. Decentralized solutions built with autonomous economic agents could return 20 to 30% of mobility's revenue directly to the local economy, delivering a hyper-local service through a common user-focused experience. This, alongside combining all forms of delivery and mobility into new business opportunities, could create an ecosystem valuable for everyone's taking part in it. With that said, the most recent upcoming project to be working with this model is Fetch.ai. Despite living in a digital world that is more connected than ever, there are still far too many aspects of our systems that are disjointed and inefficient. We have cars that don't get used for over 90% of their lives, ships that carry half-empty containers around the world, overcrowded highways, and consistently empty hotel rooms. All of these inefficiencies create a needless expense that cuts into margins of private businesses and our global economy as a whole. The common thread between all of these systems is their use of centralized command centers to manage inventory, guide traffic, or operate shipping fleets. The systems are too one-dimensional to execute actions while also identifying inefficiencies to make sure the entire system is consistently improving. Through the use of artificial intelligence, or AI, and decentralization via blockchain technology, Fetch.ai is developing a super intelligent infrastructure that connects all of the above systems to track operational data and create predictive functionalities. This can not only increase efficiency, but also exploit underutilized assets to provide maximum value on the supply as well as the demand side. So how does Fetch.ai work exactly? Its model is made of 3 parts.
Every magic trick consists of 3 parts.
1. Autonomous economic agents, or AEA. AEAs are fully able digital citizens who act on behalf of individuals, devices, and organizations. AEAs connect to the Fetch ecosystem via hardware systems or data sources and then extract value through data discovery and its predictive functionality. Cars or shipping carriers can delegate to predict how much fuel to utilize based on weather or traffic conditions. AEAs work within the parameters set by the system, identifying key pieces of information that are entered into deep learning algorithms to churn out the best solution. The system can also analyze the records of previous interactions with agents to consistently improve by learning from past mistakes. 2. Open Economic Framework, or OEF. OEFs support AEAs by creating an adaptive simulator environment that maximizes the AEA's interaction and connection capacity based on their transaction and searching records. AEAs connect to OEFs via application programming interfaces, or APIs, and then collect information to interact with the target asset. Node operators are providing token rewards for facilitating and validating the connection of these systems. 3. Fetch Smart Ledgers. Fetch Ledger utilizes a combination of transaction chains and direct acrylic graph technology, or DAG. DAG is an alternative distributed ledger technology to the blockchain. The Fetch system gathers transactions into chains and assigns them to several different transaction lanes simultaneously. A valid transaction under Fetch.ai is defined as a transaction that contains information about the resources it makes use of. If the transaction capacity of the system becomes limited, it can be merely expanded by chain forking.
Oh, you gotta be forking kidding me.
And Fetch.ai tracks the origin of new forks by setting parameters based on the resources used. That basically means that if the transaction is not bringing new valuable information that can be used for the good of the system, the AI might not consider it valid. Now let's dive a bit deeper into the AI and see how this works. What is the token behind this project, and where do we see this project going into the near future? I'm about to answer all of that right here, right now. Okay, now let's start seeing a bit of how artificial intelligence works when it comes to learning. Fetch.ai trust mechanisms. AEAs, OEF, and smart ledgers that we previously mentioned all utilize AI and machine learning to provide these 4 layers of trust information. Trust in how normal any given transaction is, trust in the information received from other nodes on the network, trust in the parties involved based on their history, and then evolving market and data intelligence. So basically, artificial intelligence implemented into these systems is programmed to learn transaction security in order to make sure it recognizes false transactions, otherwise known as spam. Another thing that AI is programmed to do is trust the other users on the network and work with them based on a proof of history or POH consensus mechanism. That means that the users and developers involved kind of get scanned by the AI or their previous history in the system to see if they're trustworthy or not.
But you know the old Russian proverb, trust but verify.
The team behind this project. The first one is Humayun Sheikh, an innovative entrepreneur, founding investor in DeepMind with a record in revolutionizing trading in the steel sector, and now focus on changing the way we transact and travel. Then we have Toby Simpsons, who is the producer of the Creatures series of games and early developer at DeepMind. He has 30 years experience in software and 10 as a chief technology officer or CTO. Next up, we have Thomas Hayne, who's a professor at Sheffield and established scientist in advanced machine learning AI, who bridges the real world and academia and is inspired by the opportunities AI brings to modern society. Lastly, there's a team of developers and advisory board. For a project that would like to penetrate the challenging market of AI and machine learning, Fetch.ai is in the right place. Many of the team are former workers of DeepMind, an AI company that developed cutting-edge tools in the neural networks field. Also, the company succeeded to recruit some very impressive advisors, which brings vast experience in the right areas like economics and AI. This project has already shown some short-term potential with its movements in the market. Fetch.ai managed to enter the prestigious club of Binance Launchpad projects. This fact can have a significant impact on the first few months of the token in the market. Speaking of the token, let's now see the native token behind this project and how the future looks. The FET token will be used in order to fund some of the network functions and to incentivize good behavior among its agents. Here are the 3 main ways that the FET token will be used. First, launching an agent to the network. Once a developer builds an agent and would like to deploy it to the networks, he can use the token to do this. To enable this, he would need to deposit a certain amount of FET. This will give the agent the right to operate on the network. This kind of staking makes it economically infeasible for bad actors to deploy malicious agents. Exchange services and data between agents. Inside the network, the FET token will be used as a medium of exchange for agents to acquire data and services between each other. FET supports micropayments, which are a key feature in an IoT network. Fund network maintenance operations, as in the Ethereum network. The FET token is not being used for the network operation costs. However, the FET token is used to stabilize the price of the networks and its transaction fees. FET token currently stands at a price of 34 cents with a market cap of 250 million and a circulating supply of 746 million tokens. We're looking at a project that has a lot to prove in the market, but also a project that has a lot of opportunities that it can catch. You can currently buy FET at either crypto.com, Binance, Gate.io, but just imagine how good this project can go once it gets listed on major exchanges like Coinbase or even eToro. With all that being said, that was it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your opinions in the comments down below on this AI token, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video by clicking in the top right corner here on Thorchain. See you guys in that video right now. Crypto Renegade out.